Hello everyone, again my name is Alex and I'm here with another Young Discoverers lesson for you guys. So the lesson we're going to be doing today is about the butterfly life cycle. Now for this activity we have a bunch of materials we're going to need, so I'm going to show you all what we need right down here. The first thing you're going to want is this printout right here, so you have all of the sections of the butterfly's life cycle. Then you're also going to need some glue, whatever coloring supplies you might have. Some brown piece of paper. If you don't have brown paper, you can color a piece of paper to make it brown. You're also going to need some little bits. So what I have in here is some rice, I have some beans, and I found these really cool beads. So whatever you guys can find around your house works. Rice is really good for the eggs, so find something about that size. You're also going to need a little piece of stick and a leaf. If you use a real stick and a real leaf for this, you're definitely going to want to cover them in glue to keep them from oxidizing and turning brown. So with that in mind, once you have all these materials gathered, keep them close because we're going to go through this kind of together. So with that being said, before we can do our activity with the butterfly life cycle, we need to learn a little bit about butterflies. First off, when a butterfly comes into the world, it comes out of an egg. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to use rice as our egg here in this activity. They're really little, and they live on the side of leaves, and they get kind of stuck there with a little sticky material so that they don't fall off when a big wind comes through. Once that egg hatches, though, it's not a butterfly that comes out, but rather it's a caterpillar. Now, I'm sure many of us here have seen caterpillars before, and their main job is to eat. They eat a whole bunch of leaves so they can get big and strong. Now, once our caterpillar has gotten really big and strong, it's going to form something called a chrysalis. You guys might know it as like a cocoon, but it's this big natural sleeping bag that basically a caterpillar is going to create. It's going to hang from a branch to do that. And once it's in there, it's going to go through something called metamorphosis, where it changes from a caterpillar to that beautiful butterfly. But inside the chrysalis, we can't see the butterfly, so it has to come out. Once it emerges from that chrysalis, you see the butterfly. Now, a fun fact about this is when it's in the chrysalis, essentially the caterpillar goes kind of liquid, and it's like a big soupy mixture in there, and then it says, we need to be a butterfly. And it has all of those ingredients and how-tos of how to be a butterfly that it's just unlocked from those soupy cells, and it puts itself back together. It's really cool. Now, once those butterflies are out of their chrysalis and they're out in the world, they are very important here in springtime because they are some of the most important pollinators that we have in our world alongside bees. Now, I showed you guys all of those materials at the very beginning, and those are just what I found lying around my house here. I made one of these a while back when I was back at the Discovery Center, and I had a whole bunch of materials available to me. And this is what I came up with. So I made sure I coated that leaf completely in glue, and this has been almost a year since I made this. And you can see that leaf is still very green. If you don't want to get a green leaf, a real one, you can always just color a leaf on there and then glue the little pieces of rice. I also had some pom-poms, so I have a nice fuzzy caterpillar here. You guys can use those beads that you might find, or some beans, or you might even be able to just crumple up some pieces of paper and put it in a little caterpillar form. For the chrysalis, you want to glue down that stick and then take that brown paper and scrunch it into like a weird little log shape and glue it down. Make sure it looks like it's hanging from that branch. Now with the butterfly, I challenge you guys to get creative. All I did here was color a butterfly, but I want to see if you guys can make a 3D butterfly. So I challenge you guys to make something much cooler than I did right here. Now I hope you guys have a lot of fun doing this butterfly life cycle, and walk around outside and see if you can spot all 3 life cycle parts of this butterfly. You may not be able to see the eggs, so I want you to look for the caterpillars, the chrysalis, and the butterfly. So have fun, you guys, and keep being creative.